Hi, welcome back to Waxing On. It's Monday, Thanksgiving Monday here in Canada. And I'm pulling out another album, one of the first I bought of this artist. The artist is Don Ellis, trumpet player, California, one of the great big band trumpet players. I mean, this guy was very unique. He has played small groups, he played big bands. He is well known for playing in very odd time signatures. For those musicians out there, I'll talk about a couple of them just as we go through the album, but that's been one of his main things. But I mean, a great player. I first had this one as an 8-track. This is back mid-70s. Used to play it in the car all the time. Went out and bought the album later because it was really a great album, and again, my first Don Ellis album. Now, it's a live recording, recorded at Basin Street West in San Francisco, and I believe it was in 1973. I'm just going to double check the recording date here. Yeah, 1973. And he had also done a live recording at the Fillmore, which again is another great album. If you get a chance to get it, maybe we'll look at it somewhere down the line. This one was unusual because he's got a woodwind quintet, he's got a string ensemble, and he's got a big band all combined together, and all these are playing, you know, as a single unit, which was kind of unheard of and very experimental at the time. I'm just looking at a couple of the tunes here. We've got a song called Blues and Elf, written in 11 or 3 2/3 4 time. So that'd be 3 2/3 over 4. Normally we're playing in 4/4, we might be playing in 3/4. He's adding another 2/3 of a beat in on every song. We got another one that's 7/8. Well, 7/8, 5/8, those kind of things kind of show up a lot. We get 12/8 a lot in blues, 6/8 in marches. You know, that's not unusual, but some of these others are a little odd. We got a samba written in 9 beats in a bar. A lot of very strange one here. One that's is in 33 and in 36. So I don't know how they break those beats down. I mean, it's just, but it all sounds great. He's got a swinging band. I saw them on TV once. I've never had a chance to see them live. I did see them perform on television, and it was great to watch. Now, this one, I'm just going to go through the musicians, see if any of those are familiar to you. It's a little difficult because, unfortunately, it's all written on blue on black, or black on blue, or dark on dark, and it's really hard to figure out. Let's see who we've got in here. We've got Don Ellis, obviously playing. He plays something called a quarter tone trumpet, an extra valve in there, and allowed him to get some of those notes in between the notes. On trumpets, we've got Paul Bogasan, Jack Caldwell, and Bruce McKay. French horn, we've got Kenneth Nelson. We have trombones with Tom Sawyer. Bass trombone, Kenny Sawhill. Tuba and contrabass trombone, an unusual instrument he had in there, Doug Bixby. The woodwinds were Fred Selden, Lonnie Shedder, Sam Falzone, and John Clark. Strings, well, we've got Alfredo Ebert, we've got Earl Corey, Ellen Smith, and Emakoff. Piano, Milcho Lviv. Now, he had also played with another big band, and I'm not sure if it was I'm not sure if it was Woody Herman or if it was Maynard Ferguson, but I remember seeing him with another band as well. On bass, we've got Dennis Parker. Drums, Ralph Humphrey, and we've talked about him a few times out in the Californias, a session man, and Ron Dunn. And on conga, Lee Pastora. Let's look at some of the songs, see if they're at all familiar. There's some ones in here that I recognize in there. Obviously, Tears of Joy. We got the 5/4 Getaway, Hungarian Bulge, and it featured the Lviv on piano, and he was a new addition. And him being, let me see what we've got here. If you Bulgarian to begin with, it was recorded on the Underground album originally with Don Ellis, and then he re-recorded on here when Michelle came along. We've got Quiet Longing, Blues and Elf, Loss. How's This for openers? And it was a great tune, that one. And yeah, He changed that to the Tears of Joy opener. It had a very special sound to it, and you'll hear it if you listen to the album. Something, and I'll just tell you what it was called here, because this is something that I never heard of, and you never heard of much. He was starting to experiment with a lot of electronic things now. Remember, this is early 70s. Things are changing. Maynard's getting into rock music. He's getting a little more rock-oriented. We've got Miles doing his thing. So he's experimenting a little with the electronic sounds. It says, I'll just read you what it says about Tears of Joy on here, the opening song. It came about by accident one night during an electronic trumpet solo on Concerto for Trumpet. The ring modulator was tuned to a low G, and I happened to play a B, and a whole chord appeared. I fooled around with it for a while, and then the theme emerged as a samba type thing in 7. We needed one selection for the album that was under our usual 25 minutes, so we decided to expand that, and that's what happened. There's a very unusual sound. If you listen to it, it's like I say, it kind of fits the era, but it's not something you hear very often. And again, this is what he decided to use for an opener because it was so unique. A 2-album set. Just show you the inside gatefold, just a picture of Don, the bridge in the background. We're in San Francisco, of course. A few photos of the band members. Not a lot of extras in there, not a lot of information on it. We've got it produced by Don Ellis. So what we're getting is what he wanted you to have, and we're also getting what he played live, which is a great way to get an introduction to the band. Available streaming networks? Absolutely. Hard copies? Yeah, there's some of those out there too. And if you've never heard Don Ellis before, great album to start with. This or Soaring, another great Don Ellis album a little further on in his career, Soaring. Either one of them, you won't be sorry with those. As a trumpet player, it's unique stuff. He's not really a high-note trumpet player. He's just a very good player, and like I say, his thing was more about the different key signatures he wanted to explore, the different types of music he was incorporating into big band. Don Ellis, Tears of Joy. That's it for Monday. We'll see you on Wednesday when we're back with another classic rock album. Till then, everybody take care, stay safe. We'll see you on Wednesday.